Hi, this is Wreath Off Grid, and today I'm going to show you some Snapseed editing. Snapseed is a free app. It's available on iOS as well as Android. You will need a smartphone or a tablet to do this with. I prefer using a tablet, so let's get rid of this text and start editing this photograph. This photograph I took, and as you can see, we are a little crooked here, so I'm going to go in. And we can either use perspective, or on this real simple one, we're just going to do rotate. And as you can see, it automatically tries to level the image. And we're just going to tell it okay, because that's pretty good. But I can tell, eyes are good, your eye can see that that is still not completely level. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to do rotate again. And just going to slide my finger back and forth. It puts these nice little lines on there so that I can see how level this is. That's pretty good. It's not perfect, so just keep fiddling with it until you get it where you want it and hit the check mark. There we are. Now, on this image, I've got a lot of man-made artifacts in there that I want to get rid of, and this is the main one right here that I want to get rid of, but I also want to get rid of these little guys down here. So we're going to go back to the pencil icon, and we're going to go to healing. And I'm going to zoom in, and I could just do this whole thing right here in one big swipe, and that's not bad, but I know I can do better, so I'm going to hit undo. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. As you can see on this background, I've got some uneven colors and, different layers of grass and such. So I'm just going to go through and do a little bit at a time. And that's looking pretty good. We're up here next to this rock. So I don't like how it took out that rock. So we're just going to keep fiddling with it until I like it. Now, this right up here, let's see if it'll do that. Yep, it did. Okay, you see what it did right here? It actually copied this right here. Oops, I hit it. Didn't mean to. It actually copied this spot right here, and your eye can see that. Your eye can see that is an actual copy. So just go in and tap it and touch it, and until you like it, you can do undo and redo. And since this is on a big, large blue field that doesn't have a lot of texture in it, I can go in and do kind of like a great big swipe on it, and that's okay. So now I'm just going to go through here. I'm going to get rid of these little posts that are sticking up. I'm just using two fingers on the screen to slide it across. Down here shows you where you are on your photograph. Well, I'm zoomed in. And you can also see, they're very subtle, but you can see some lines back here. What those are barbed wire. It's a big fence. And you really can't see it in this picture when it's at regular size, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to get rid of this thing. It looks like some little weird person bent over. And just tap it, touch it. Get rid of the stuff you don't want in there. Get rid of it. And sometimes you just gotta kind of go through and fiddle with it a little bit. There's a little thing in there. I don't know what this is, but I want to get rid of it. There we go. It's because it draws your eye. Let's shrink it back down again and take another look. It's good to do that anyhow. I'm going to just zoom back in here. A couple little things here. They're actually grasses or some sort of little plants, but they draw my eye, and I don't care for them there, so I'm going to get rid of them. Let's take this back down to regular size. If you tap here, this icon in the upper right hand corner, it will show you exactly what you've gotten rid of. Tap and hold it, and it'll put it back, lift, and it will remove it. So I'm good with that. We're going to hit OK. Now, I want to make this picture pop, and the way we do that, hit the pencil icon, go up here to HDRscape. HDRscape, as you can see, there's nature, there's people, there's fine, and there's strong. Most of the time I I rarely use fine or strong just because it adds a lot of grain. And so I tend to default to either nature or people. Nature, actually on here, it left a lot of grain as well, so I'm going to go to people. Tends to make it a little smoother because they're assuming you're doing somebody's face or something like that. So it doesn't put as much grain in it. We can also, so if we tap here, that'll make all that disappear. You can also put your finger on it and slide back and forth, left and right, and it will increase or decrease this filter. So it defaults at 50%. I'm going to knock it down to about 30%. And again, in the upper right hand corner, if you press that, press and hold, it will show you what you've done, show you the before and after. And if you put your finger on the screen and push up or down, it will also give you the option of changing the brightness and the saturation. I'm going to leave those at 0. The saturation just increases the color or decreases it. I'm going to leave those on 0, so all I'm doing is adding to the filter strength. I like that because it made the foreground pop, it increased the color a little bit, and it also increased the details in the image, especially up here in the cloud layer. So I'm going to hit OK. And I like that. Another thing you can do is you can put your finger, just tap it, touch it on the screen, anywhere on the image, and it will show you your before, except for the rotating part. It won't show you the before on that, but that's okay. So now I want to add some text. Any images that I do, especially those that I'm going to put on Facebook, I'm going to put my copyright on there. So copyright, the year that I did it, and then my name. And hit OK. And we're going to shrink this down. I'm going to pick, I like this one, just because it looks like handwriting. Now, I have shrunk that down as far as it'll go. And I'd actually like it to be a little smaller. I could make it bigger if I wanted, but I like mine to be a little subtle. So, there's a trick you can do. Go into Style and pick one of these other styles, the ones that are over here. It doesn't matter which one. And now we can shrink that down a little bit more. I'm going to make sure that it's nice and level. There we go. And I'm going to go back into Style, go back to that one that I like, the font that I like. And now, as you can see, it's a lot smaller. I don't really want it quite that small. I'm going to enlarge it just a little bit. And I'm going to, this is where I'm ultimately going to have it. And I like the white. I am going to make it a little less opaque, a little more see-through. And I'm going to put it down here. I like my watermarks to be a little bit subtle. And I like that, so I'm going to go ahead and check it. Okay. Now, at this point, I am done. And I could go ahead and done. But if I do that, it's going to save it as a JPEG. And don't like saving it as JPEGs. That's fine for Facebook and online media. But I have this set up to save things as a PNG, and PNG is a lossless format, which means I can go back in and do more edits, and I'm not going to lose the quality. In order to do that, this little button right here, this little icon, it's the share icon. I'm going to tap on that. It's going to apply all my edits. And then it's going to ask me where I want to share it. At this point, I could share it directly to Facebook or email, whatever. I don't want to do that. I could, but I don't want to right now. So I'm just going to tap somewhere off the screen. It has actually saved it now as a PNG. And from there, I can re-edit it. I can continue doing more edits here if I wish to. But I'm done with this. I just wanted to demonstrate this to you. Hope you enjoyed it, and watch for more videos. And I'm going to go ahead and hit done now. And I'm going to stop the video, so watch out for more videos coming. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like this. Bye.